Hi, everybody. I am Emily Robinson-Dykstra, and I am an actor and director in Chicago. And today we have a scene for you from She Stoops to Conquer.
Hey guys, I'm Jonathan Goff. I'm an English and drama teacher in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hi, I'm Rebekah Freeman. I am a sophomore at Purdue University in acting and creative writing.
Enjoy.
After the disappointments of the day, welcome once more, Charles, to the comforts of a clean room and a good fire. On my word, very well-looking house, antique but creditable.
The usual fate of a large mansion. Having first ruined the master by good housekeeping, it at last comes to levy contributions as an inn.
As you say, we passengers are to be taxed to pay for all these fineries. You know, I have often seen a good sideboard or a marble chimney piece, though not actually put in the bill. Inflame a reckoning confoundedly.
Travellers, George, must pay in all places. The only difference is that in good inns, you pay dearly for luxuries. In bad inns, you are fleeced and starved.
You have lived very much among them. In truth, I have been often surprised that you, who have seen so much of the world, with your natural good sense and your many opportunities, could never yet acquire a requisite share of assurance.
The Englishman's malady. But tell me, George, where could I have learned that assurance you talk of? My life has been chiefly spent in a college or an inn, seclusion from that lovely part of the creation that chiefly teach men confidence. I don't know that I was ever familiarly acquainted with a single modest woman, except my mother. But among females of another class, you know.
Aye, among them you are impudent enough of all conscience.
They are of us, you know.
But in the company of reputation, I never saw such an idiot, such a trembler. You look for all the world as if you wanted an opportunity of stealing out of the room.
Why, man, that's because I do want to steal out of the room. Faith, I have often formed a resolution to break the ice, to rattle away at any rate, but I don't know how. A single glance from a pair of fine eyes has totally overset my resolution. An impudent fellow may counterfeit modesty, but I'll be hanged if a modest man could ever counterfeit impudence.
If you could but say half the fine things to them that I have heard you lavish upon the barmaid of an inn, or even a college bedmaker.
George, I can't say fine things to them. They freeze, they petrify me. They may talk of a comet or a burning mountain or some such bagatelle, but to me, a modest woman dressed out in all her finery is the most tremendous object of the whole creation.
At this rate, man, how can you ever expect to marry?
Never. Unless, as among kings and princes, my bride were to be courted by proxy. If indeed, like an Eastern bridegroom, one were to be introduced to a wife he never met before, it might be endured. But to go through all of the terrors of a formal courtship, together with all of the companies of aunts and grandmothers and cousins, and at last to blurt out the broad staring question of, "Madam, will you marry me?" No, that's a strain much above me, I assure you.
I pity you. But how do you intend on behaving to the lady you are come down to visit at the request of your father?
As I behave to all other ladies. Bow very low, answer yes or no to all her demands. But as for the rest, I don't think I shall venture to look in her face until I see my father's again.
Surprised that one who is so warm a friend can be so cool a lover.
To be explicit, my dear Hastings, my chief inducement down was to be instrumental in forwarding your happiness, not my own. Miss Neville loves you. The family don't know you. As my friend, you are sure of a reception, and let honor do the rest.
My dear Marlow, you... But I'll suppress the emotion. Were I a wretch, meanly seeking to carry off a fortune, you should be the last man in the world I would apply to for assistance. But Miss Neville's person is all I ask, and that is mine, both from her deceased father's consent and her own inclination.
Happy man. You have talents and art to captivate any woman. I'm doomed to adore the sex and yet to converse with the only part of it I despise. This stammer in my address and this awkward prepossessing visage of mine can never permit me to soar above the reach of a milliner's prentice or one of the duchesses of Drury Lane.